All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. Double honors to Apostle Elders in New York, GMS. Salutations to Yakran World Teaching Truth, and Shalom to you, Sirius Aqua. My name is Maya Ka'ala Bungad with Chicago Burn to Great Millstone. I'd like to make a disclaimer that we are not black Hebrew Israelites. Black is a color, not a nationality. The Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds, scattered abroad. Speckled birds are Israelites who look like other nations, but their father's paternal bloodline go back to the 12 tribes of Israel. We are not fitting with any black identity string groups. We are not fitting with any string groups. We are not fitting with any militant groups. We are not fitting with any Islamic groups. We are not fitting with any other Israelite groups. We are not affiliated with any disturbed individuals who claim to be Israelites. All right, so right here is copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by a copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All right, so this video is non-profit and it's educational, and it's also about research and criticism and also commenting. All right. Now, before I start, I like to say this video is not made for children, because of a particular subject. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a couple of seconds for you to take your child to another room, or you go to another room yourself and view this video. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. All right. I hope you put your children in another room till your child go to another room, or you remove yourself to another room. All right, to view this. All right. Now right here, 2 Corinthians. All right. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It said, lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his device. Why we're not ignorant of the devices of Satan. All right. And Satan means adversaries, okay? Are we not ignorant to this, man? And it's just a coincidence, all this coming up with the recent events, all right? And y'all know what those recent events are. All of a sudden, this pop up, okay? But guess what? It says right here, Psalms, okay, Psalms 85, 11, okay. It says, truth shall spring out of earth and righteousness shall look down forever, right? So truth is going to come out, all right? Now right here, this is suspicious, man. All right. So it says Edge County Machete yields attack hate crime charges, deputies say. All right. Now I already read the copyright disclaimer. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna play this clip. I'm gonna play some more clips from other sources. All right. For the edification for your edification's sake. All right. To basically connect the dots. Okay. All right. So let's play this.
Their neighbors tell me they're taking precautions.
Let's try to get this sound right. So I can get this sound right.
Washington. The man investigators say
let's go. Oh, both.
Man with a machete. Investigators now calling it a hate crime, saying the suspect is a member of an extremist group. CBS 17's Amy Cutler has the latest from Edgecombe County Sheriff's Office. Investigators say the victim's wife jumped into action as her husband was being attacked, grabbing a gun and firing it at the suspect. Tonight,
now it's an epidemic going out. Where's her mask?
that suspect, Carlos.
All right. Where's her mask? And you're gonna see why I'm gonna bring this up, right?
Washington remains behind bars. Deputies calling it a hate crime. This is 30.
We don't know who this is. All right, never seen them. All right. Okay.
6-year-old Carlos Washington, the man investigators say is behind the vicious attack. This is a machete. Perhaps more terrifying, deputies tell me Washington didn't know.
And why is always a machete? Why is always a machete all the time? Every time these attacks come out, it's a machete. What's that? So I could try to get this computer working. There's always something, a machete, like it's Friday the 13th, all right, to install what? Fear, all right, because that's in the psyche of the people mind, man, all right. All right. It's like machete, right? That's right. So there you go, man. All right. Oh, this is machete, a knife, a machete. All right. To what? Install fear. All right. All right. So let me see. What's this? Machete. Check. Let's see. Yeah, this happened in supposedly January. All right. It was just another bogus attempt. All right. Always a machete attack. All right. This is nothing but just to vilify the Israelites, not black Hebrew Israelites. Right? We don't call ourselves black. All right. Because black is a color, not a nationality. All right. All right. This guy right here, you can see right here, the so-called not the of last year. All right. This disturbed individual who they say is Israelite, but he's not an Israelite, man. You know, he's just a guy who don't have all his marbles. You can see, all right, his hair is black, his skin is brown. Okay, you know. I hope this is right. All right. They put black in there to make it sound more menacing and everything. With he got a machete. All right. More menacing, man, because that's in the American people's psyche, man. All the horror movies and stuff, especially with Friday 13th, right? Let me get this back in order. Come on. Okay, so.
A homeowner attacked just feet from his front door by a man with a machete. Investigators now calling it a hate crime, saying the suspect is a member.
What's going on? Why it's not playing? up with me, Arkham.
And racists. They're unrelated to the Jewish faith. Authorities say 2 people.
Where's his mask at? Why he don't have no mask? It's a epidemic going out.
Friday around 9 a.m. on Carr Farm Road in Edgecombe County.
It was kind of scary.
Why that guy didn't have no mask on? Supposed to be an epidemic. Why, in the camera right there, man? See, all this is suspicious, man. Alright. I wouldn't doubt they took some clips from last year or something like that, so this is staged, man. Alright, see, the ego is just sloppy, man. Alright. And another thing, so it says, alright, so it says right here, the couple be okay, Deputy said federal hate crime trial, possible suspects of black Hebrews. Like, first of all, we're not black. Alright. We are Israelites, or Hebrew Israelite, descendant of Eber, Shem, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who renamed Israel, means Raphael, means the Prince of Power. Alright. Who attack a white family? You're not white, you're red. Okay. And we all know the ancient Hebrew word Edom. Okay. It said the Anti-Defamation League said there was many sects. As a matter of fact, I think one of the founders was it? No, that's something else. Southern Parliament, right? The Anti-Defamation League said there are many sects. Some are considered extremists and are outspoken and anti-Semites and racists. They're unrelated to the Jewish faith. All right. Number one, we're not we Israelites. All right, or Hebrew Israelites. All right. We're not anti-Semite. I mean, that defeat the purpose of calling ourselves Israelite or Hebrew Israelites. All right. The Hebrew comes from the word where everybody say Hebrew, but it's Abar, means from the past. All right. Who's a descendant of Shem. All right. Shem, not Sem. All right. Shem. All right. Who is the ancestor of who? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who we are descendants from. All right. So we can't be anti-Shemitic or anti-people. Ignorant say anti-Semite or anti-Semitic. All right. That's impossible, man. All right. And then if you go to let me get this right here. Okay. Go to what the definition of Ham. All right. Zondervan Bible Dictionary. All right. This is written by their own scholars, their own biblical scholars. All right. It tells you right here. All right, look at the oldest edition you can. It said Ham, perhaps Hot, the youngest son of Noah, born probably 96 years before the flood, one of 8 persons who lived through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. All right, so the so-called Negroes are not Hamitic. They are Shemitic, or what people say, Semitic descent. All right, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. Okay, so it's impossible for us to be anti-Semitic. All right. Another thing, what we read the Bible. All right. What does the Bible consist of? All right. You all see the brothers out there. They got the Bibles in their hands. All right. Yeah. Alright, you see ISBK. Alright, just showing the brother they read the Bible in their hand. Alright. There you go, they putting that label black. Alright, to frighten people, man. Alright, the label black will say he got a machete to frighten people. Alright. You see the brothers from ISBK reading the book. Alright, see all different camps, they got the Bible in their hands, man. Alright. And these camps are not fitted with us, Great Millstone, okay? I don't know who these brothers are. I think, I don't know. They look like they could be a part of Great Millstone. I don't know. Alright, so many camps of us, alright? Alright, but you see Israelites holding the Bible. Alright, what is the Bible about? Alright, look at the Bible. Alright, well, the Torah right there, the ancestor with the Torah. The Torah means law. Alright, so you see Israelites, they got Bibles in their hands. They got the Torah in their hands. Alright, and alright, so look up Bible. Alright, what does the Bible consist of? Alright, the Bible. Okay. It says the Bible is a collection of religious texts of scripture sacred to Christians, Jews, Samaritan, Rastafarians. Alright. The Bible is about the Israelites, alright, the Jews, the Israelites, alright, people descended from 12 tribes of Israel, alright. Alright, so you know the Bible is basically about Israel, alright. Alright. Alright, Bibliosite is just another way to say Bible's subpar book. Alright, so we say subpar in Hebrew. Alright. Alright. And you go in the Bible is what? Alright. The prophets in there are of Israelite descent. Alright. From tribe of Judah, Levi. Alright. Benjamin. Alright. Mordecai from Benjamin, Paul from Benjamin, Esther from Benjamin, Daniel from Judah. Alright. Isaiah is from Levi. Okay, Yahushua, the one that everybody calls Jesus, he is from what? He is from the tribe of Judah. We believe in Yahushua. Alright. Alright, his name is not Jesus, man. Alright. Alright. Yahushua, I mean, he is deliverance, not Jesus. Alright. You know, how can we be anti-Semitic and we believe that we believe in our Savior, who everybody in called Jesus, when he himself is from the tribe of Judah? It just makes no sense, man. He himself is of Shemitic descent, or what people ignorantly say Semitic. Alright, it says right there, it says Hebrews chapter 7 verse 14, for it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of the tribe with Moses spake, nothing concerning the priesthood. Go back to Judah, what is what? It's Yahweh, alright? Yahweh means Yahweh thanks, alright? Alright. Alright, Judah, alright. Judah, right, it said praise, but when you thanking the Most High, I guess that's, alright. Alright. So Yahweh means Yahweh thanks. Okay. Alright. But alright. The fourth son of the patriarch Jacob. Alright. So how are we anti-Semitic or anti-Shemitic? Where we reverence a man, an Israelite man, alright, who come from the nation Israel, who traveled Judah, who bloodline go back to Shem. What people ignorantly say, Sam or Semitic. Alright. It's just ridiculous. And we reading a book about a Shemitic people, and we say we are descendants of a Shemitic people. What people ignorantly say Semitic. Your own scholars say that we are of Shemitic descent. We look up the definition of Ham in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, so we're not anti-Semitic. That's just ridiculous, man. All right. They say, oh, we had nothing to do with the Jewish faith. All right. Now, we don't call ourselves Jewish. All right. Because Jewish means something like. All right. Now, those that come from the Southern Kingdom, Judah, so-called Negroes, Benjamin, so-called West Indians, Levi, so-called Haitians. All right. Those are, cause you got two definite Jews. One who's from the kingdom of Judah, so King Judah get it. And the other one is one who's from the tribe of Judah. All right. So that's the two definitions of Jew. All right. All right. So let's go down there. All right. Now let's go over here. All right. Now this is Rabbi Capers. All right. Rabbi Capers Funya. This is from the book The Color Jews. All right. I believe that's the name of the title page started. It said, I was drawn to Judaism as a spiritual quest, a lack of spiritual fulfillment. I found another faith. I tried on Islam for a while, all right, but Judaism seemed to fit my soul. Judaism is not something folks are born into. Some, yes, all right, but don't the Kabbalists tell us that each human being has a spark, and those sparks are going to the world, but we don't deal with Kabbalah, all right? It says right here, they can go into any soul. Many people feel when some people come to Judaism, they were Jews already. They had a Jewish soul calling to Judaism, all right? It says, Jewish letter said that many years after I converted to Jews, I became very much a practicing Jew. I started digging, all right? All right, really quoting a man, all right? But we already know that when they talk about Judaism, all right, well, we don't have a religion called Judaism, right? Because Judaism is related to the word Judah, all right? I mean, the Southern Kingdom got Islam, means doctrine of the Jews, but the law, statute, command was given to more than 3 tribes, all right? But we all know what they're talking about. I'm just making that clarification, all right? Into right here, it said, into my family history, my mother's name before she was married, Rosella Kohan. Her mother's name was Tamara Kohan, and her husband's name was Caesar Kohan. Is there a connection? I can't prove it definitely, but the name suggested, right? The name, right? No Kohan name, right? It says right here, from the black Jewish perspective, Christianity was not the religion choice of the great majority of African Americans. All right, so not African Americans, say Judah, particularly those whose ancestors had anything to do with the Middle Passage and the slave trade. Christianity was a faith system where the people who were enslaving you were now going to give you God, right? Their version of the Most High, right? Their twisted doctrine, right? It says, and so the black Jews, right? Black, when they say black, they're talking about dark brown, right? Meaning colored people, right? Because nobody's black like ink. All right, it says so that just seemed an impossibility, a connection with Africa. Many of the African people who transported through the Middle Passage, right? So we know that the so-called Negroes not African, all right, but he just let you know where the people come from, right? All right, just like today we consider the Israelites today consider American, right? But we know we're not American, we're Israelites of the Shemitic stock. All right, it says right here, to the Western Hemisphere, whereof he bred his stock from the Ashanti and the Igbo of West Africa, who had distinct connections with Judaism when they passed, right? With the so they had in their culture they had distinct their customs, everything. You could trace it back to ancient Israel. All right, so you go right here. It says what? So I asked the guy. He said it's a common name. It's Okune in Nigeria. Right, so even his name go back to a particular stocks of people who scholars have written saying they are the Israelites. All right. Now, I'm gonna go. All right, this is from 100 Amazing Facts About the Negroes by J. Rogers. All right. It says right here. It says what was one of the many groups. All right, you got the Igbo, the Ashanti, also you got the Fulani that came over here. It said the Pews or the Negro Jews of West Africa had so-called Semitic profiles. All right. So I don't understand how can we be anti-Semitic? I mean, that's just ridiculous. All right, here go right here from the book History, Weird History 101, page 153. It says right here, as the demand for agricultural labors increased, so the importation of slaves, Native Americans, which James and Dare said they are, is like Moors. Moors consists of a confederate of Jews, Christians, number of Jews that believe in Christ, who everybody even call Christ. His name is Yahweh Shai. All right, Turks, what number is like Moors that was living in Turkey. All right, because the Moors number is like converted to Islam. And it says right here, and Jews who were sold as slaves in 17th century America. All right. So how can we be anti Shemitic, man? I mean, that's just a ridiculous accusation, man. All right. Then you go to what the Moors. I established the Moors came over here on the slave ship. Look up the surname Moreau. All right, and I had a hard time getting this, man. All right, it says right here. It says name your name your roots. It said the English meaning of Moro is more. The name Moro is of Portuguese origin. There are many indicators that the name Moro may be of Jewish origins. All right, emanating from the Jewish communities of Spain and Portugal. I just read you that this said what the Moors came over here. All right. It says because not all Moors were to Islam. All right, a lot of Moors kept their Israelite well, religion can't change your religion, right? But they kept their culture, they kept their customs, all right, etc. All right. It says right here, it says when the Romans conquered the Jewish nation in 70 CE, much of the Jewish population was sent exile to Rome. Many was sent to the Iberian Peninsula. The approximately 750,000 Jews living in Spain in the year 1492 were banished from the country. A royal decree of Fernando Isabella. The Jews of Portugal were banished several years later. Reprieve from the banishment decrees. A prominent Jews converted to Catholicism. Some converted by choice. Mostly new Christian converts Converso or Moranos, all right, a derogatory term meaning in Spanish. All right, we all know Morano means more. All right, that's all it is, man. All right, now just read the Moors, the Morano Jews, the Gypsies, and the Berber, all Israelite people, the Berbers and Moors, and some of the Moors was into Islam. All right, and the Morano Jews, all the Israelites, they had different doctrines. All right, and that's a fact that they was the first slaves from the east that brought over here in the late 15th century and onward, man. All right. So, you could take that false accusation from over there right here. You mean tell me this ain't anti-Semitic, right? Right. What you all did to us, all right? It says what at page 64 in the book Slavery in America and Eyewitness History by Dorothy Snyder and Carl J. Snyder. It says 1682. Right? You go one of the law. It said a law decrees that all servants brought into Virginia by sea or land, not being Christians, whether Negroes, Moors, mulattoes, or Indians. All right, Indians. All right. I'm talking about because sometimes they'll catch a guy from another state and bring him to another state. Another they do, they'll take the other some of the other Nordic kingdoms are the just people of Americas from Mexico. I'm just making an example. Mexico, Guatemala, all right, Honduras, all right. It says right here, it says, and all Indians which shall after be sold by neighboring Indian tribes or any other trafficking with us as slaves and shall be slaves to all their intents and purposes. These are them. These the people that's accusing us of being anti-Semitic, but their historical behavior towards us is anti-Semitic or anti-Shemitic. Was that correctly? Anti-Shemitic, man. All right. What do how should I say about a hypocrite? All right. The one everybody in me called Jesus. All right. I'm gonna read this. Job chapter 20 verse 5. The triumph of the wicked is short, right? All right, and that's why they doing this, man, because they know their rulership is coming to the end, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. All right, I have to read that. It says right here, Matthew chapter 7 verse 5. It says, "Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thy own eye, then thou shalt see fit to cast out the mote of thy brother." Right, because y'all the one who pick up the Bible and say, "Oh, you're a Christian nation," all right? And the original Christians were Israelites that believe in Yahweh, the one everybody in me called Jesus. All right, it says right here, Psalm 15:16, "But unto the wicked, the Most High said, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shalt take the covenant in my mouth?" Right, because your leader, one of your old leaders, Ronald Reagan, said the Bible is the book, the book of the land. All right. And y'all perpetrate yourself as a what? Christian nation. That's all throughout since America started, man. All right. You go to the southern cities known as what? The Bible Belt. All right. They like to say we're anti-Semitic. This country's they anti-Semitic themselves. All right. What's this? What's it? Lynching. And this happened to also happened to the so-called Mexicans who are the tribe of Issachar. They was second lynch behind the so-called Negro. All right. All right. And they had a history of lynching the Israelites, lynching our ancestors, man. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, and they keep that a hush too about the Latino Native Americans being lynched. All right, and they slaughtered the tribe of Gad, the so-called Native Americans, to get this land, and they slaughtered other tribes, man. All right. When accused of anti-Semitic, your behavior, being anti-Semitic ever since you start, anti-Semitic. And the thing is, you're a Shemitic stock yourself, but you come from the nation of Edom, or Adawan, red. Ashawa. That's how I correctly say Esau means wasted at sea. Right? Because you had no skin pigmentation. Alright, you religion is a car, man. They the second one. Getting lynched behind the so-called Negroes. Yaquai Indians, right? Issachar. Alright. You did this to all 12 tribes of Israel. Your police shoot our people down the street. You murder our people. You murder the tribe of Gad, the so-called Native Americans who are of Shemitic descent. This is one of the tribes of Israel, which is Gad. You slaughter them. Right? Look at lynching of Mexicans in Texas, boy, lynching of Issachar. As a matter of fact, one of the brothers had get to a video. There's a comment that they left, one of the brothers left on my video, right? And this is nothing but a smear campaign, right? So they could have an excuse to come down on us, right? Because they feel that their rulership of this so-called society is threatened, right? And we number men that read the Bible, right? And one of their own people said we're not a physical threat to them, man, right? And our fight is spiritual. Go to Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. It's not carnal, man. All right. Now, let me see what the Watchman, his brother, say. One of the videos I just made. All right.
Hey,
Where is that? What is comment at? What brother comment about this car? Let me see. It's a brother named Lalette. All right. Let me see. This one comments he made 3. Alright, let's see. About Issachar. Yep, here we go right here. Let me see. The origins of American Indian European concepts, 1492 to 1729. Alright, it says the only other writer this author found who accepted the Issachar variation of 10 law tribe was Bashar de Medina, his Chronicle de la Santa Provincia de San Diego, Mexico of 1682, although Medina's 1682 is also South Americas and Yucatanians, Yucatan, Mexico, were descendants of the Gentile father of Arfor, alright. The Mexicans are originally one of the 10 tribes captured by Salmanzar. Shalmaneser, I believe. You know, talking about the Syrian king, Salat. Alright, it says right here, it said, and the family of Issachar, who the Indians recognized as a special ancestor, original American Indians, European concept, 1492-1729. All right. So you got a history of putting your hands on the Israelites. In America, Judah, Issachar, Gad. All right. Judah, so-called Negroes. Issachar, so-called Mexicans. Gad, so-called Native Americans. Reuben, all right, so-called Seminole Indians. You had a history of slaughtering them, man, and lynching them and everything. And another, they just proved this ain't no so-called black thing, man. All right. Because the Mexicans are not black. All right. Okay. All right. This ain't about no black thing. All right. That's why we don't call ourselves Israelites. That's why we don't call ourselves black Hebrew Israelites or black Israelites. All right. This ain't about no black. All right. Yeah. Right here, man. Right, this ain't about no black anything, man. I'll click the thing off, but all right. This ain't no black thing, all right? This is about being an Israelite. All right, let's see right here, man. All right. All right. So the people on here are not so-called black people, man. All right, nobody's actually black, man. All right. Our skin is brown, man. All right, that's just being backwards, man. All right. And I'm glad I had Saber from on the Scoffer page. The Scoffer name, I guess they Carrie something from Caesar Borgia. All right, that's being anti-Semitic right there. You paint the man, everybody enemy calls Jesus, who name your house, how you paint him as a so-called Caucasian, man. That's really being anti-Semitic. All right. All right, so right here. All right. All right. This is brown. You can see it right here on the guy on the left. The guy on the right. Ain't nobody walk on the earth like this guy on the right. All right, you see it right here, brown. His skin is brown. His hair is black, dark brown, not black. All right. If I was a black guy, I would look like this. Here's the black guy you've been talking about. Sorry. All right. Hi, I'm the black guy. Some people call me black because I'm blackly black like that. I got lost because I was following my child. All right. This is what a black man would look like if it actually exists. All right. That is a black man. His skin is black. His hair is black. All right. This right here is say Israelite man. His skin is brown. His hair is black. Right, so nobody's black like his shirt. Nobody walking the earth like this. But they say that because what they put in the American psyche or the other psyche around the other psyche and the other people population around the world, that black is menacing. All right. Black is a color, not a nationality. And it says right, it's an introduction to mental health for our community, right? And this what Esau did, man. This is what the eagle did, but he liked to call it. This what he did to the children of Israel. There is like, but he liked to say we're anti-Semitic. Well, people hear me say anti-Semitic. right? And you're not white, man. You're red, right? I show all ways to see. You have black skin pigmentation, right? When the sun hit you, or you get slapped, or you cry, you turn red. That's why you call Ottawa Edom, all right? You put all types of wickedness, endorse wickedness to our people, man. All right, you push this mess right here to our people. This garbage. Are the Arabs anti-Semitic? They come from the Semitic. Some people even say Semitic. They come from the Shemitic stock. Arabs, Ishmael. You vilify them all throughout the media. All right, back to this. All right. Then you go to the right here. This is from the book Igbo Israel by Odi Mogulu. All right, this is what Henry Kissinger said about people on page 136. The Igbos are the wandering Jews of West Africa, gifted, aggressive, westernized, at best envied, resented, but mostly despised by the Naval Federation. Henry Kissinger, U.S. National Security Advisor, 1969 to 1975, the Secretary of State, 1973, 1977, the White House memo dated Tuesday, January 28, 1969, to Richard Nixon, Foreign Relations Document, Volume E, Document of Africa, 1969 and 1972. All right. A dynamic progressive advanced people that the education bill did not endear them to those among whom they live. Even during the British rule, there had been massacres of Igbo in northern Nigeria. All right. It says, in Jos in 1945 and Kano 1953, the Igbo acquired absorbed the Jews of Africa. Right? What's one of the groups that came over here is the Igbos, who I just read a couple minutes ago. Right about Fune. All right. Okay. It says right here. The connection. It says right here. The connection with Africa is many of the African people, talking about Israelites, know that Africa transported through the Middle Passage in the Western Hemisphere and where Hebraic stock from the Ashanti and Igbo. Alright? So, stop playing games, man. Alright? Stop playing games. Alright, this is page 113 from the book. I just read Igbo Israel. Alright. Let me see right here. It says, alright. Could they grab the ancestor from what people even call Sub-Saharan Africa? And you came up with that. Alright. Because you think of sub, you think what? Subhuman. Alright. It said there, it says right here, Al-Bariki, a Andalusian Muslim geographer, historian, wrote a discovery of Bene Israel by the banks of Niger River. This Jewish colony had hundreds of wells of irrigation. It had walls made of burnt stones, which allows would render them durable. Arab writers refer to people often as Jews of Bildad el-Sudan, meaning Jews of the land of the blacks, expression denoting the West and North Central Africa. It said Jonas Leo Africanus, 1495-1504, was a Berber Andalusian diplomat, author of the famous book, The Scripture of Africa, until the modern exportation of Africa, considered the most authoritative source of geographical politics of North and Sudanic Africa. He stated that the Al-Basis affirmed that the West are now inhabited by a populous nation of Jews with a powerful king. The people engaged in trade, passion, pursuit of material wealth, followed the paths of commercial right into the heart of Africa, absorbed by the African ethnicity of Niger. Jewish trading communities in Niger region preceded Islam, lasting until the 8th and 9th centuries, established colonies in Tinder and Walta. All right. This is about the ancestors of the so-called Negroes. All right.